crack. I was like, damn.
That's
On the bright side, it hit high foot, not low foot. If it hit them toes, I've been out of commission. It hit high foot like right in here. So it's a nice little. It's colored, but we Gucci.
So you got a nice little bruise right there.
Yeah, but we Gucci.
Niggas don't bruise. You lying. Bruise. Anyways.
Time out. Wait, restart that. You hit the wrong button. All right, pull us in. Pull us in.
Oh my God. Oh fuck. Well, if you ain't know, you know. If you don't, whatever the fuck they say, get you a Mexican OT in the shop now.
Ain't no damn Mexican.
We'll send you the recipe for the low cost of $18,000. Small loan.
It's kind of low, brother. I think we can shoot a little higher.
25 grand.
Pull a Ezel. I want
150,000. Need that.
And we are not settling out the court for right now for $20.
Hell no. I'm telling you, that Mexican
give me
OT
$1 and some envelopes.
That Mexican OT different, dog. But
we're gonna get down and look you right now.
Yeah, we're going to.
Anyways, we're gonna welcome the guest off for real. This is my brother, blood brother, locked in, 4L. Yeah, Jaden.
You can talk into the mic, brother.
I don't really got no nickname for you. I call him Jay, but you know when people say that, I'm like,
Yeah.
Everybody, people that call him Jaden, it's like it makes sense. So this is my brother Jaden. Obviously, known just we 2.5 years apart. Known just since you know.
Since when?
Young is
since five ever bit.
Yeah, but yeah, we got a lot of locked in moments together, a lot of memories. Yeah, welcome my dog, man. Show the boys some love.
What's going on?
That bit kind of long.
It is, yeah. I'm happy you cut
hollering.
it. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said I'm hollering.
I'm hollering. That's that new shit. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Screaming.
Why you screaming, Jay? Never mind.
No.
All right.
Represent, man. That's your part.
I mean, wheels off. Okay. I forgot my lines.
I forgot my lines. Anyway,
no, I'm just playing.
I was about to say, it's the fact that this nigga went ahead and made sure, like, double, triple, and even
quadruple
check before we started this
bullshit.
motherfucker. Hey, everybody remember their lines? You don't got to know your lines. You the guest. But, Skylar, you know your lines? Come on now.
I knew my lines.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm sorry I had to get them off a rip. I was just like, they was fresh on my mind, so I was like, let me just knock this out right here.
That's fine.
I'm sorry if that fucked up.
No, we're good. We're good.
Right.
If you ain't know yet, man, welcome to people of WYPILT. No. YPELT. I'm gonna get that shit right.
YPILT.
Yeah,
You
YPELT.
don't have to.
Huh?
I said, you're going to have to get that shit right. That's your line.
Well, because I feel like it should be WYPILT, but they want YPELT.
WYPILT. It's just when you put it like
what the
that.
fuck y'all even talking about?
That's the acronym for, it's called when you put it like that.
Yeah.
I like WYPILT, but they want YPELT. So
I only said YPILT because that's literally what it is. YPILT.
It don't matter, bro. It's about what you make it, man.
I guess.
Hey.
But my bad.
Maybe that's like an OG thing. Maybe like farther down the line, maybe we get like merch and all that. And people actually buying it and it's spelled YPILT and that's what people know about it. But like the OG listeners will know YPILT or
WYPILT.
WYPILT was a thing.
It's only really an OG thing because Pops is old, so.
Shut your ass up. Let me finish my shit, man. That being said, what it do?
Nickname Pops.
My people of YPILT. All right. Thank you for watching another amazing episode When You Put It Like That podcast. Where
when you put it like that,
shit just might make a little sense. All right.
Stop it.
All right. You rocking with your boy Bink, aka Pops. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know it's your boy Ball, aka Sky, whatever the fuck you want to call me.
And like we said earlier, we got a special guest today.
Hey, big bro.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
He's talking about I'm just me. Yeah, bro. Hey, before we get into these tasks though, like how you been though? I ain't seen you in a cool minute. Like really get to sit down and chat with you. Now you got mad seeds and shit.
Yeah. My son, her son, one on the way. Nigga, I'm tired.
I bet you are.
I'm tired as fuck.
They work a lot.
Yeah, I do work a lot. And cutting that metal is fucking tiring.
Damn, you cut metal.
Up.
Yeah, I make railings now for buildings.
Damn, that's crazy. How the fuck you even start doing that shit?
I'm a good cut man, that's it.
I'm just saying, like, where was you? Would you just apply for that shit or just
funny enough though, like it wasn't even nothing off Indeed. because I don't know if you know about it or not, but if you can't find what you're looking for on Indeed, go on Craigslist for sure. Craigslist got fucking mad shit. Not only shit that you can buy or trade off, they got job listings on there. Because like another thing I don't know if you know, but when you go on Indeed, I didn't know that companies like gotta pay hundreds of dollars for that listing.
Damn, to be on Indeed?
Yeah, just to be on Indeed, that's a couple $100 just to be on that listing.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure it's like based on the time, or you buy out a certain timeline that the listing's up there, and then it's gone. Then you gotta pay again. Boom. Put that bitch right back on.
I did not know that. That make a lot of sense.
Companies gotta pay a lot to be on Indeed. So I found mine on Craigslist, but they cheap too though. I ain't gonna lie. I love the company I work for in a sense, but at the same time, they're cheap as fuck. Like, what company have you ever worked for or ever heard about somebody working for where your time clock sheet is actual sheet of paper or a cardboard that you put into the machine and it stamps your time?
That's some old school.
Yeah, that's some old
that's old shit. And then all our equipment is pretty old too.
Damn.
I guess don't fix it if it's working.
They pay good?
And they pay all right.
Hey, they pay.
The listing was for 15 to 18 depending on experience, because I've been cutting fucking metal since I was a jit.
As long as you get that check on Friday.
Exactly. And that's the other thing about it too. They got so tired of people collecting their check first thing in the morning or on lunch and then just dipping out saying, fuck y'all, we ain't never coming back, or just leaving for the whole day. On Friday, you ain't getting that check until 4:30 when you clock out. And they hold on.
They gonna sweat your ass.
It'll be plenty past 4:30, and they come out with the checks, and they'll watch you clock out, then hand you your check. Like, you ain't no getting your check until you clock out.
Wow,
it's wild.
That's crazy.
Shit, it is what it is.
Man, I put in my 2 weeks. They told me to turn my shit in the next day.
That ass?
I swear to God.
Hold on, we gonna get back to you because that's crazy as fuck.
Nah, I'm just thinking like niggas just go in there and quit. I'm trying to be nice.
How the fuck they felt about that shit?
You heard it.
No, I'm just saying like
it was like, oh no, fuck
that's
this,
it. Like, did you like? Because who helped you get that shit?
I ain't gonna put no names out there.
But somebody helped you get that shit, right?
Yeah, they put in word for me.
Yeah, and that is they still there?
Yeah, they still there.
I know they mad.
Why?
What they straight?
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
You gotta be.
Shit,
that's not what I mean. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that should influence your decision, but like,
nah, for a while it did, and I was like trying to stick it out, but like I got to the point where, bro, I had some fucking nights where I was contemplating life.
I see
as a whole, because
like
that shit was taken.
Though, and you can only be stretched so far.
Especially with a job, bro. Like I'm thinking, like, bro, my life versus a job. And people talk about it all the time. You'll have thousands of jobs in your life. That's like a known, I mean, for me at least, I've heard it a lot. So I was like, man, am I really gonna trip and like force myself through this? And I'm second year in. And I'm already like, bro, fuck.
It'd be worse if you had kids though.
That's why I'm glad I don't. Cause
let's segue from there. What the fuck is it like? Like, now you a pops. Like, shit has changed. And you a young pops, too. So it's like, shit has changed, bro. Like,
well, it's definitely changed from the perspective of, like, how them past, or that first relationship went with Olivia. I don't give a fuck about nobody's name. I'll throw that shit out there.
Hey, that's on you. I don't.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's leave it.
But, like, when you go from one your own family after certain shit growing up, and then, like, you get with somebody who gets pregnant on you, and it's not yours, but you're made to believe it's yours from the get-go, and you watch that kid be born, you start helping raise that kid. At one point, you're doing it all by yourself, even though she's right there. And then to just have all that shit snatched from you, it's a different experience. And then to jump into another relationship and then have a kid that's actually yours, but then you're still doing everything by yourself, and then you got to leave that person because of their own ill mindset. And then where am I now?
3 different situations.
Completely. It's been a big time roller coaster.
Can I say something? I feel like maybe it's like a blessing and a curse, but I feel like we have to go through the things that a lot of people, it takes them their whole life. Like, they'll sit through it, through all the hard times with somebody just to find out they're not the right person. Like, I feel like we're kind of blessed in the sense where that shit kind of, them true colors show quick. I don't know if we just like bring it out of people or if like our generation is just that upfront about it, but like you really see the true colors of somebody pretty fast in a relationship nowadays. And I feel like and this ain't no disrespect. Give me a fucking second. This ain't no disrespect because I'm guilty of it myself. Is when you, for a guy and a girl, once you give up that,
like grandma always told me, what I tell you about that joystick.
What, don't play with that joystick too much. That shit gets you in trouble. You find yourself with these people.
Legend.
What? I swear to God.
Every time I got into some shit, what I tell you about that joystick.
She'll put you on game too. Shit you not. She talked, boy, when me and Layla went there after like all the air had cleared, we went there and was chopping it up with grandma, and she started saying some off the wall shit. Like I'm sitting there like kind of embarrassed for Layla.
Pops, have you ever had a personal relationship with your grandmother so strong that you talk with your grandmother about your own sexual relationship?
Yeah.
Like not even just your relationship, but also the sexual aspect of your relationship?
Nah.
Grandma different.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, she keep it a bean with you too. She'll tell you when you fucking up, she gonna let you know. And then you gonna find, if you don't listen, you gonna find out.
Yeah.
It's
she's
weird.
Always right every time.
She right as fuck. But anyways, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. That shit long. I can't. Ain't no chasing that one down.
Yeah, I know. I got like, because it's a different experience for me now though, mostly because of the fact that she had a kid before our relationship. So and I had a kid before our relationship. So like bringing the two together and then having one of our own, it's different. It's also a learning experience for real because like seeing how like raising Luca has been compared to how she raised Riker. Night and fucking day, dog. Night and day. Especially because like we were raised on certain principles that
there's things you can and cannot do.
Oh, big time. And there's like I'm still getting accustomed to that aspect of like him being older, him talking, and just like the way he approaches certain situations or the way he answers certain questions, or even just like his name. Like we were literally just talking about this earlier. We were raised when your name is called, you don't answer with what.
What? Yeah, that's outrageous. I still don't do that.
I'm
shit.
Still trying to get used to it with her son. Like
every time I call his name, I'm like,
"Yo, Riker, what? What? Who you saying what to? Like, I know we don't mean nothing by it. You don't know no better because, like I said, we were raised on different principles. But it's a learning experience for real.
Quick question while we're there. Even yeah, when I was a jit was shaky.
That's what I'm saying.
Like even
was shaky. If it was
you know what I
answered?
You know what I answered grandma with? Even before I moved out at 19, 20 years old, yes, ma'am. She called my name, yes, ma'am. Even if I don't want to answer, yes, ma'am.
Now, what was weird though is like getting accustomed to how mom was, where she would call her names, and you would say yes, yes, ma'am.
She don't say nothing afterwards.
She don't say nothing.
And now you gotta get your ass up.
Yep.
Oh my God, bro.
You gotta go inspect the gadget and figure out what's going on.
Just to be asked the simplest question. Like,
you gotta walk in, analyze the situation.
And you sitting over here like, all right, so you called me.
Damn, y'all mama did that shit too.
Yeah.
Everybody did that to us.
Yeah.
My daddy used to do that shit. He'd be like, turn off the light.
Mom and dad did that shit.
Nigga, you right there.
Yeah.
I walked across the house for this.
Yup. I stopped playing the game.
What? That shit is on. Halo is on pause right now.
Yeah.
For this?
Or without them knowing we playing Grand Theft Auto.
That was only when Todd was there. I'm sorry. Bleep out his name. Nah. They gone. What does it matter? I'm sorry. That's my dark humor.
This man is crazy.
They gone. We ain't getting in no trouble now. We grown.
That's like the same thing that we were talking about earlier with Emma and Layla, man. Like when we sit there and they talk about how, certain family members they gotta watch out for, or they want to have like the certain persona of them seen by that family member, and we offer up like, well, you don't gotta worry about that with mom or dad.
Yeah. That's just like, because for me it's like a coping realization. I say some shit and I'll be like, damn, well, nobody gotta worry about that shit no more. Or like, they don't gotta worry about that shit.
Yeah.
So I just say it out loud because it don't bother me that much.
That just be some dark shit sometimes.
But it made me laugh, so it made me feel good about
I forgot what he said one day. It was like 2 pods ago, bro. I said some shit. I was like, you gotta ask my mama. He was like, you gotta ask mine too. Really, bro?
Oh, no, you say you could, don't tell my mama. I said you can tell mine.
Oh, yeah. Like, come on, bro. That's outrageous.
Ain't none of that.
That shit was crazy, bro.
It ain't that deep.
I don't know.
Shit, my dark humor be fucked up. But like Emma said, Dan gets the worst of it. I don't give a fuck. Never cared.
Hey.
Oh, I say some fucked up shit.
He getting excited.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's get to the first tap.
Because you know how certain people be like, "Oh well, I don't speak ill on the dead." Fuck that.
Oh, okay, you're good, Jay.
No,
you're good, Jay.
You're
good, Jay. You're good.
You only fueling the fire. You just gotta let him spit his shit.
Yup.
Let's go into the first.
Anyways, would you rather work or hunt for a living?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter who's saying. I'm sorry, I'm already cutting this.
I mean, to be honest, it depends.
On
Like, is it working, doing anything you want, hunting anything you want, or is there a specific like, oh, you have to have this job, or you have to specifically be hunting this?
I'm not gonna speak on his question. He came up with it.
No, I mean, let's just for right now, let's just keep it simple. Just like you work where you want to work, or you're hunting what you want to hunt. Like, we ain't got to get too complex. Just like, would you rather have to work to live, or would you rather have to hunt to live?
All right, I'll put it as plain as this. I'd rather work to live. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember that 9 times out of 10 now, you can only hunt for certain things during a certain time of year. And if you don't meet your said quota, you're in the hole.
Wait. Fuck all them regulations. Fuck it, just like hunting to live.
Just to survive?
Yeah, to survive.
So you
just how you have to work to survive, you hunt to survive.
Can I ask something about the question? So are you saying work as in working in this economy and survive as in surviving off of just land? Like older times type shit.
Well, just like how we have to work to live in most cases. Not saying there aren't homeless folks out there that's happy, but for the most part, like, you have to work to put food on the table and shit.
He just made a good point about what times are we in?
What you mean? What times?
Because then I'm asking if we could separate it as in, like, you working to live is in like an economy like this, to where you work and get money to buy the things that you want.
Right now. Like this. Okay, that's why you asked that. Okay,
yeah. And hunting to live being like older times where you are literally hunting to survive.
It can be. It can be right now. You're hunting to survive. But yeah, this economy, yes.
I mean, but even then, though, back then you can hunt anything anytime you want to. Now there's
in
too many
this
regulations.
Scenario, we're hunting whatever fuck we want because we need it to live.
Okay. So yours still work?
Yeah.
What you got?
Oh yeah, I'm working, brother. Every time.
I don't know. I think hunting would be more fun. It'd be more ideal because you can
fun.
I can't say too much.
Put it this way. Think about it. Even if you ain't even talking about like the season or whatever, you can go hunting for something specific, and you can be following one specific animal for a long time.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of aspects that come into that. When work is just guaranteed, this is what you do for how long, this is what you're getting paid.
Okay,
and that paycheck coming.
Exactly.
Okay, can I say something? So if I only go hunting if I start off hunting 5 like 8-point bucks or higher a week and selling all the meat off of that and the racks, I would probably end up making roughly what you would make at a good 9 to 5. And that's just me out in nature for 6 to 8 hours a day.
Cap.
What do you mean?
You're not going to find
You're going to be out of there in the morning?
You're not going to find that many bucks.
No, but you also got to think about it, because I used to watch a lot of hunting videos. There was times where it would be a whole 30-minute, damn near an hour video, and they ain't catch shit.
They ain't see shit.
They ain't seen nothing.
They make it look easy with the ones I watch.
Yeah, bro, you talking about catching $8? No,
bro. I said 5.
Whatever. You're not.
That's $1 a day. If I go and I spend 8 hours, 4 hours in the crack of ass in the morning.
But here's the thing too: your location.
Yeah, it does depend on season where you
has plenty of coverage, landscape, and coverage for yourself, and then on top of that, it has to also be
even
producing.
If you get $1 in a week, you can live off of that. I'm pretty sure that meat, that venison sell.
Yeah, but at today's day and age in the economy that we live in, shit.
So how hard is it when we say hunting? Are we talking about like just basic ass hunting this day and age, or are we talking about hunting like back then when there was a bigger population of animals? It wasn't.
I mean, honestly, it all depends, because technically there's times where, depending on whatever it is on topic, things nowadays is way more plentiful than it was back then. or vice versa. Back then, there was plenty to go around, and now there ain't. And then still, it also depends on your location. Where you at?
I don't want to be a working ass nigga, bro. Damn.
That's why I said when you work, it's a guaranteed thing. You
Guaranteed.
have a guaranteed opportunity, or not an opportunity. You have a guaranteed obligation.
Okay,
to do
when you say
something
working, does that mean like own my own business and all that?
Whatever.
Too?
It's
just anything.
When you said working, I was thinking in my head working for somebody. That's why I went more towards hunting, because I don't want to work for somebody my whole life. That's my thing. I don't care about working. I'm cool. My work ethic's good. I will get my shit done as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Once I don't enjoy it, that's when it starts to be like a burden. Like, damn, I gotta go to work.
But here's what else you got to think about. When you work for somebody, right? Work can stop. But at any guaranteed point, you can go find another job and be working for somebody else doing something completely new or the same exact thing you was already doing.
Yeah.
If you're the owner and work stop, you're fucked. Because you either have to find a way to get your supply back up to where you're constantly needed, or
yeah, that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
I mean, in a sense, yeah, but there's more often than not times where that's the only choice for some people.
Yeah, but
they open up a business and that's all they got because that's all the eggs technically that they have.
If you start a business off of like a profitable item, right? Something that you can make for cheap and sell for 50% more.
But the question is, how often or how long is that product gonna be in use for?
It depends. You gotta capitalize.
How long is it gonna be necessary?
You gotta capitalize on whatever it entails. Like
he got a point, because niggas ain't buying as many microwaves. Now we got air fryers.
See?
Yeah. But that's an industrial change. Cause you always gonna need certain shit.
So what work are you doing?
Always gonna need a surfboard, nigga. Niggas always gonna want to surf.
Unless it's an electric surfboard, then they like, I don't need that shit.
That takes all the fun out of it though.
So who?
A board that propels itself at that point.
But you gotta think about it though. People are going out of their way. Spending
but now money they already have
bikes
that
propel
they
them.
already have boards that propel themselves. It's just an attachment to the board. They have boards that are built that way, but I'm pretty sure they also have like a battery powered attachment you could put in as a fin.
Bro, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just gotta capitalize off of whatever
electric bikes,
whatever category that you are putting a product into. You have to capitalize off what's needed the most. So if you get into, say, the surfing industry, niggas are always gonna need wax. Niggas are always gonna need leashes. Niggas are always gonna need fucking wetsuits, fucking booties for when you go to like Alaska and.
Time out. You niggas arguing on the same side. Cause then you come over.
We ain't even arguing.
Not arguing, but I'm saying y'all debating on the same side. Cause then you come over. You working, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I had to think back real far.
Because I'm listening to him like, what point is this nigga getting to? And then I was like,
I don't even know what point I was getting to.
Y'all niggas said the same thing already.
Here's a better question for you. Blue collar or white collar?
Office job or field job? Well, ownership is technically an office job, wouldn't it be?
But at the same time, it's still a blue collar job
because you have to make your own shit.
You are exactly
if you start your shit from the ground up. Yeah,
exactly. Just depend on what I'm doing.
Entrepreneur collar. That's what I want.
Collar.
If I start my shit from the ground up, I'll take that collar. If that's white collar, blue collar, I don't give a fuck. That's ideally the path I want to take.
I don't know, because most cases I don't like sweating for other people, bro. That shit is outrageous. I'm doing it now because I'm trying to get my shit right. But
the way I see it, you always gonna need somebody blue collar.
Yeah, that's fine.
That white collar shit you can learn on your own.
My thing is, I had a conversation.
They go both ways.
They go both ways, yes. Yeah. But at the same time, it's a lot harder to learn on your own blue collar than it is white collar.
No, it's not.
How?
What do you mean?
So you mean to tell me
what's white collar?
White collar is like office
I know what it means, but what are we specifically saying? Because if you're just talking about a secretary, maybe.
Nah, not just secretary. Like white collar, as in like that doctor shit. Anything where
my point.
You're all right. So let's put it this way: outside or inside. White collar is most often than not inside.
I know, but they're white collar because no, you can't, bro.
How so?
Because no disrespect to any blue collar, but 9 times out of 10, there's there's a knowledge, not now. I don't use the word knowledge, but like the white collar person knows a certain amount of information that give like that's why they're in that position
You
because
right.
they know a certain amount of shit over there.
Yeah, but think about how easy it is to cheat your way around that information. That's the thing that I'm getting at.
Explain.
All right, so if I wanted to become a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Even if it was just the simplest kind of doctor.
I feel like you should use a different example.
You sure?
Absolutely.
All right, then I'm just going to leave it at white collar as a whole. Like I said, there's way too many cheats around that.
No, there's no cheat about being a doctor or a lawyer, bro.
How so?
Nigga, you have to go to mad school, bro.
You have to go to mad school, but at the end of the day, you ain't going to learn shit unless you actually do it and fuck up.
Correct.
And a lot of them just do the schooling, and then they get people that, oh, give me your word for this place or that place. And then just because of word, now they're put in a position where they can just do anything they want because they went to school for it.
No. But they still have to, there's still standards that they have to abide by when practicing medicine.
And it depends on where you are. Because there's a lot of places here in PC that they do shit not a lot, more often than not, ass backwards. And it's not technically FDA regulated, but they're still allowed to do it because of the cheats that they utilize and the people.
There's loopholes for everything.
Exactly, of higher ups that they utilize. When it comes to blue collar shit, yeah, you can walk on and learn it, but can you actually do it how it's meant to be done? Because when you think about it, there's more lives at stake. All right, so like in the doctor instance, you got to worry about, depending on what you're doing, you only got to worry about a certain amount of people, where in blue collar, you got thousands, if not millions, hundreds, whatever number you want to throw out, of people utilizing the same thing that you're building, contracting, fabricating, anything like that. And then your life, in my eyes, your life's more at stake in that aspect than it is in the other aspect.
Are there rules that you're probably stricter on due to safety precautions?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But are there also loopholes and little cheats that motherfuckers develop so that they're just within the fucking standard deviation? Yes.
Yeah. But
nothing changes.
Even then, though, think about it. There's a lot of people that don't even believe in doctors and shit, so they won't even bother with them. And they still have to utilize anything and everything that somebody in the blue-collar setting had to put together and trust that they did it correctly.
Like a building?
Like a building, like a walkway, anything.
But, okay, so what is your argument here? Because you said one is much more difficult to cheat.
Yeah.
No.
How so?
Because you calling it cheating, I don't think doctors cheat shit. I think they just use the resources that they developed over time. There's nothing being cheated. But now, like I said, we're talking about I said use a different example. Now we talking about a secretary. I get it. No disrespect to secretaries, but 9 times 10, they making calls.
Out of the secretary.
They're making calls, typing up emails and shit.
Continue to do so.
No, printing copies. Okay, I get that. But when we start getting to like, bro, there's no way I can go pull a blue collar.
About like a bank.
Huh?
Bank
teller. I don't know what all they entail, because I know they do more than just count money. Like if they're giving financial advice, like blue collar motherfuckers going to them for financial advice.
Yeah, but that's white collar. That's what I'm saying. You can cheat your way through that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You still have to understand the finance part of it though. Like
I think the only thing you have to go to school for is to be a broker.
I've never heard of that.
A broker?
Yeah.
A bank broker? I'm pretty sure that's like the higher up person that's one of the people in the back offices. I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't know. I ain't even gonna speak on that.
I could look it up.
Look it up.
Screenshot in the group chat.
But not for real though, because like I've known people to do a lot of white collar work, and in my eyes it's just bullshit, because all they're doing the whole time is cheating their way around what they're supposed to be doing.
Or they're just finding more efficient ways to get the same shit done.
But here's the thing though. Is it really more efficient because you cheated your way around the proper way to do it? Because
when you say cheating, can I ask a question? When you say cheating, like certifications that you only have to pay to take a test, would you consider that loopholes to cheat through? Because people can work their ways up by just going and taking state tests that they only pay for to take the test. All they have to do is pass it with like a certain grade higher.
Yeah, and even then, you can cheat on the test.
Yeah, what I'm saying
Who's to
is,
say they're really
is
putting
that
in the
what you're
work
saying
to
by cheating, or
understand?
is you saying like they're completely going under the table and making it up into these positions?
Both.
Because there is people that by name association can get certain jobs for sure. Like you can be somebody's like goddaughter or daughter or nephew, niece, or whatever.
Same shit don't happen in blue collar?
No, for sure.
Yeah, it happens for sure in blue collar, but the second they realize that you aren't up to that standard, or if you're trying to just sit here and bullshit your way around what's necessary to like know or how to do properly, you're out.
Yeah, you for sure. Like when you go
That
blue
shit happens
collar,
on white collar too, brother. If you show up and you're not doing your job the way you, what I'm saying is you're using cheating, and cheating is no. If they're getting, bro. If a mother, because I'm trying to say it correctly, but I'm getting flustered. The objective is the objective. All right. If you need me to do something, and I give that shit to you exactly the way you need it to be done, doesn't fucking matter how I got it done at this point. It really doesn't. Same thing is, it goes both ways, blue collar or white collar. There's no fucking difference. I'm pretty sure you got motherfuckers you work with that got a certain way they might measure shit or whatever, and it to them is much more efficient. I don't need to do this if I'm gonna get to the same outcome ultimately. There's no, what the fuck am I doing all this extra shit for? Yay or nay?
Let's get a second opinion on it before I answer.
Kind of lost me. I ain't gonna lie. I was keeping up for a minute. I was like, nah.
No.
I just, you lost me. I was trying to keep up with you, but
I'm just saying from A to B, right? If you give me A and you ask me to return with B, it doesn't matter what the fuck I did in between, as long as you got B at the end of the day.
What you're saying is,
that's not cheating.
Regardless of how you get somewhere, as long as you can do something as efficiently or just get to the same solution, you're not cheating anything any different than somebody else would?
No. You're golden. You're chilling. That means you're carrying your own weight.
I mean, efficiency is a big thing. Y'all let us know how you feel about it. Hit us down in the comments. Anyways, what entails a bad person? This was also your question.
Oh, we're moving on.
Yeah.
I guess.
I didn't know how to segue that.
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good. All right. Because, no, not what entails a bad person. At what point is a person just bad in general, right? So what made me think about this is like the Diddy shit, right? Are you familiar with the Diddy shit?
Well, it depends on which Diddy shit we talking about.
No Diddy.
Both of them. It could be both of them in this scenario. And the point is like he do shit.
What's both of them?
Well, because we know Diddy, no Diddy. We got that Diddy shit. Yeah. And we got the shit when he was like physically abusing females and shit.
Whoa.
That being said,
y'all seen the video of him beating the shit out of his girlfriend in the
I watched a like small clip of it in the hotel.
In the hotel,
shit,
yeah.
Lobby?
No, it was like right where the elevators were. She was like trying to escape.
Yeah. In the elevator?
Uh-huh.
So like,
what's wrong with niggas, bro?
So the way the story goes, from what I was told, is that he had already beat the hell out of her in the room, and he was in the bathroom.
Niggas should not be beating their old ladies. That's fucked up.
No, it is fucked up. But check this shit out. He beat her ass in the room. He goes into the bathroom or somewhere. He's just not paying her no mind. She goes out the room, gets down the hallway, waiting for the elevator to come up, and all you see is the camera switch back to the hallway from where the room was.
And this for sure Diddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He runs out, runs down the hallway.
Forces on
and while she's on her phone, bro, waiting for the elevator to ding and open up with the doors, clocked her shit. And then he drags
her clothesline eyes?
No, he didn't even clothesline her. Like, she's facing the elevator door. He runs up into like where the elevator's let out and you can get in from. And she, like I said, she on her phone, not paying him no mind. So she got her head down. And then he just comes up behind her and just clocks her shit. Like, drags her to the floor.
Chin shot clock, like round
from behind.
Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
And then kicks her a couple times and drags her back into the room.
I just want to say no adult should put their hands on another adult. Like, nigga, you once you get out of like middle school, you hit that high school age, 14, 15, you should start get to a point where you mature and realize, like, nigga, there's no point in me fighting you. Realistically, unless I'm fighting for my life, bro, I'm not putting my hands on nobody. It's pointless.
I was about to say, yeah.
Like it would have to be, you would have to be threatening me or one of my loved ones for me to like really put my hands on you. Other than that, like, nigga, 9 times out of 10, that shit can be resolved by one or two ways. Y'all be fucking 2 adults and talk about it, or walk the other way. That shit is never that deep. Cause bro, if a nigga put his hands on you, nowadays niggas is reaching. There's no point in getting to that. To take a life over an argument, honestly, like some shit grandma would say, that really show how big your dick is if you gonna take it that far.
Yeah, but I tell you, bro, grandma a G for real.
Nah, she ain't said that blatantly, but Miss Ma'am, if you see this, you know you would say something like that. Don't cap.
Wait, let's not go too far off track though. Let's not go too far off track.
Anyways, what entails?
That being said, with all that Diddy shit, I was thinking about like how that nigga's never gonna be able to recover. Like there's no amount of God he can find, right? Because from here on out, most are just gonna think it's bullshit, right? So I was thinking like, at what point do we just cut niggas off? Like, nah, that person's fucked up. Like they can't come back. And then is that fair, or is that like, or are we just not showing that person enough grace? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends, because I've cut niggas off before they even been able to show them type of true colors.
Is that good? Is that bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it depends, because they like ultimately show their true colors and they exactly what you thought they was. You made the right decision preemptively. Your intuition was speaking.
But what if they not?
If they not, then you know some shit can be recovered. Some shit can be like, hey bro, I was being a bad person. Or like, damn, I used that, so that made me feel like. But no, my shit was like genuinely I was being a bad person.
Well, the way I see it is shit like,
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
The way I see it is I'm a gut person. I'm a gut person type guy. So if my gut off rip is telling me, all right, this situation ain't gonna be the best. It's not gonna pan out how you may perceive it to be. Even before you can show me that it's not how I think it's supposed to be or gonna be, cut. If my gut tells me cut it, I'm cutting it.
But what? So I'm not saying you're
experience,
wrong.
Because 9 times out of 10, I end up putting myself in a situation where I should have never been in the first place.
Yeah.
And even though my gut feeling told me at first, like, hey, don't be around these people, don't do this, don't do that, and so on and so forth, but I do it anyway. It's just gonna bite you in the ass in the end. So that's why after a while, the second my gut feeling was like, all right, don't do it. All right, whoever I'm with, whatever I'm doing, done.
Now, okay, so now what about afterwards? Like, is there somebody that can like that's done some shit and you've been like hesitant to cut them off because you like really fuck with them, but you ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? And then they do it again, and No, I'm not trying to get. No, I'm not. I'm trying to understand it, because like, I would feel like I have a low tolerance for bullshit. I know I do. Like you just, especially if I really don't fuck with you like that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could be cordial. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do some wild shit, and I'm instantly cutting you off.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. You might just had a bad moment. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the question comes from, like, at what point is it okay for majority of niggas to be like, nah, like that person's he or she is a fucking, like, they're fucked up. They don't need to be fucked with at all.
Well, if we're putting in your aspect of like, this is somebody who's done shit and is still doing shit, and you haven't gotten to that point of like, all right, maybe I should sever this relationship. I mean, you really just have to have a moment with yourself and talk to yourself and be like, all right, so is at any point this going to be a life or death situation for me? Not even just like life or death. Like, am I going to possibly be put in a position where I ain't going to be reaping no benefits from this? Because the way I see it is, jail or prison don't serve the food I like. So
that shit hard, guys.
Yeah,
that shit was hard.
You hit that one on the nose.
I'm not putting myself in a position like, yeah, we might be cool, we might have the same friend group, but if you're constantly on bullshit, I can't necessarily be a part of that bullshit, because who's to say you're not gonna fuck up in a way that fucks everybody? And because you know how certain things go nowadays, just because you ain't the one that did it, you're guilty by association because you were with the person that did it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I see it.
I like to say I'm so proud of you right now.
Maybe it's because
that was some dad ass shit.
I was
right
about to
there.
say it's because I got kids now. Bro.
That was some dad ass
It's 'cause
shit.
I got kids
nice.
now.
That nigga said prison don't serve the food I like.
don't.
What? That was
They
fire.
don't. Like we was talking about earlier, when grandma would have bananas that sit in the house, and like maybe she bought too many bundles, and then eventually certain ones go brown. And it's like 9 times out of 10, most people just throw that shit away. Grandma would sit there and mash them shits up, throw some flour in it, maybe a little cornstarch, nutmeg, cinnamon. Yes, sir. And make banana fritters, and then throw a little pot of sugar on them bitches.
Come on now.
You ain't getting none in prison.
Hell no.
I've been to jail. I know what they serve. It ain't what you want.
Soft government white bread.
And when I went, I promise you, David, bro, I only drank the water and I had one of the oranges while I was there. Other than that, I ain't touched that sandwich. I ain't touched none of that breakfast bullshit they tried giving me. None of that, because it's cold as fuck. Tastes like nothing. I ain't fucking eating that. No, I'm good. I come from a family where we cook with flavor. We cook with substance. Seasoning. So there ain't no way I'm putting myself back in a position where I'm going to be there for an extended period of time. And especially not only just for that matter, I got a temper. Like you said, zero tolerance to bullshit. I don't like people. I'm already one of the people that don't associate with other folks, not because they're bad people or because they might have ill intentions, but I just don't fuck with people.
People are people.
Exactly. People are people. And the one thing I've always really like paid attention to when it came to growing up and hanging around certain people and certain mindsets is, in a sense, you can trust anybody because anybody can feed you something to make you trust them. But can you trust the devil inside them that at any given moment is going to come up and bite your ass?
Them true colors, man.
You never know. You can't trust that. So, I'm good. I keep in my shit. I keep in my fucking corner. I stay to myself. Shit. I have never hid that from nobody. I keep it a buck. If I don't fuck with you off rip, that's because my gut feeling told me, all right, this person is at some point gonna be on bullshit, and you can't be around it. So if I can tell that off the first initial like introduction, because I'm a people person, I watch people all the time. Like I'm very observant.
We was taught well with that shit. I'll tell you.
Yeah, we were taught well with that. And like, yeah, if I can off rip tell, all right, you ain't for me. My friends might be cool with you. My family members might be cool with you, but me personally, after just even without talking to you, can tell that this ain't gonna work out. I will not put myself in that predicament because I am not gonna allow, especially because I got kids now. I got people looking up to me. I'm about to have 3 little faces looking up to me. So hell no, I'm not putting myself in that situation.
Protect your peace.
How often did Dan go doing that kind of bullshit, and then mom's feeding us the whole, oh, he's on a work trip, he has to go to work here or there
2 weeks at a time?
Shit, not even just 2 weeks at a time. Sometimes it was a month or 2 at a time.
Sorry, that was loud.
And then to later on in life find out that it wasn't him really working. He's serving a sentence because of the bullshit that he was doing with the people that he was around, or just by himself, because that's the type of person he was mentally.
Still a kid.
And he never matured properly. So he always put himself in a predicament where at any given point, cuff up.
You know, they say that you don't mentally mature until you're 25. Like, that's like an average. Like,
so that means I don't properly mature until 21 days from now.
Yeah.
Word.
You 13, ain't it? Or you July? I always get this confused. I'm bad.
Oh, you talking about the day? Yeah, like, I thought you talking about my age for a second. I was like, this nigga tried me.
I was about to say he fucked with you hard.
No, 13 days from the day. The 14th, right?
Yeah.
June? Okay. I always say June, and I'm like, damn, it's July. Anyways.
That's how I be with your shit. I be like, is it 14, 15, 13, 16? I know it's one of them
Friday the 13th.
So you a Gemini, Pops?
Yeah. They say I got another side to me, but I don't know.
Shit, I know I got another side to me.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's only because, like, I don't know about y'all, but like on Instagram, I always keep up with, like, I have a certain few horoscope pages that I follow. And it's like horoscopes dedicated solely to my specific horoscope. I got an app. Yeah. And it tells you a lot of things about yourself that at certain times, like, you realize, but you don't really think too much on, because it's just like something that pops in your head real quick. And then it's like, all right, cool. In one, out the other type shit. But then when you're like sitting there and you're reading through them and like you're actually, say you taking a deuce, You just scrolling through Instagram, and then you start seeing stuff about your horoscope, and you start thinking like, all right, well, do I do this? Do I do that? Is that really how I perceive things? And so on and so forth. Yeah.
Quick question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You're on the toilet.
Yeah.
How long you need?
Depends on what I'm doing.
Okay. Average, day to day, normal, routine shit.
Routine shit. Maybe 20 minutes.
All right. I like the way you think. You can go back now.
Because, like I said, in regards to because that's why I utilize that analogy. Because when you sitting on the toilet taking a deuce, or even in the shower type shit, but you're not on your phone in the shower. But those are the two more often than not places that you're gonna sit down and think about stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're taking a shit, you gotta have something to occupy your mind. You on your phone. If you're in the shower, you can sing to yourself. You can be a jackass like a Jim Carrey.
Me.
That's me.
No,
I'm the Jim Carrey.
No, not the Carrey shit. The singing.
Whew. I'm the Jim Carrey. I like the shit. I'm an actor.
I'm probably both. It depends. Like if I take a shower with no music, then I gotta entertain myself. But if I have music playing, then obviously I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna be rapping to the music. But if I don't got no music playing, yeah, it's like I'm
singing by myself. Nigga, I don't need no music.
This nigga.
If there ain't no music, I'm in there crumping.
Mr. I got a lyric for everything. I sing to myself, goddamn.
I do. Every time.
But no, that horoscope shit it's serious, and it really helps you understand yourself a little better. And to understand you've grown to be who you are. And you always know that there's always a certain line that you can be pushed through. There's always a certain point that when you reach that point, you're going to break, whether it's for the greater or good. Or good or bad in that sense. But
whether it's for the greater good, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's just the way it sounded in my head. It's
maybe
not greater or good, it should sound right. But yeah, so paying attention to your horoscope and really getting to know yourself from that aspect kind of helps in a sense with your question. How would you know whether or not somebody's good for you or when to cut somebody off? Because like I said, you never know. But at that given moment or at a certain time when you should know but you didn't, it's gonna bite you in the ass. So me, I cut people off. I don't give a fuck. I never cared.
So moral of the story is it's all on you.
It's all on you.
Word.
The only time you'll actually know is when, for me, when my gut tells me don't, like what mom used to say, run. The second I get that gut feeling, I'm out.
Run.
I'm out.
If anytime you need to, you can run.
Literally, and that
saved my I don't like the way your nose flared.
That saved my ass.
I don't like the way your nose flared.
I didn't sound like that.
Because I've been in predicaments where that gut feeling didn't tell me until a little after I would have normally caught on to it. And then I'll finally get that feeling. I'll be like, all right, I'm out. I've left parties. I've left people's houses and shit has happened afterwards that I'm hearing about later on, depending on who's able to get out of that predicament in time or not. And I'm like, damn, could have been me.
That happened to me one time, boy. One time at a party. I wasn't going to tell the story. I was going to let you finish.
You know you have to tell the story now.
Anyways, I was at this party. Me and my ex at the time had went and we was kicking it. It was hella people there. This is the only what I feel like is a real house party because nigga, there was cars parked in other people's driveways down the street. And we was trying to find a parking spot. I ended up just parking in somebody's yard. Said fuck it.
Do I know the person that had this party?
Huh?
Do I know the person that had this party?
I was waiting for the nigga. You was there.
Nah.
You might have.
Yeah, we ain't gonna blast them out right now. Yeah. But I need the rest of that shit off air, boy.
I got you. But yeah, we was at this party and we was kicking it, drinking, smoking, whole nine. Mm-hmm. Everybody was hotboxing the crib type shit. We in the backyard, loud as fuck. People coming in hey bro, your neighbors outside talking shit, yada yada yada. And I'm sitting here we need to get out this bitch. Knowing how Palm Coast is, ain't no time till them police show up. So I was like, we need to get out this bitch. So I'm sitting there just waiting it out, feeling it out.
You was on the rich side?
Huh?
You was on the rich side?
Nah, this where your daddy used to stay at. Over there by that church and all that. Right next to Matanzas Woods. Over there.
Word.
Over there.
Word.
Right over there, bro. Swear to God. And
putting David on game now. He's like, damn, I ain't know shit was going on.
It was right over there. You know who it is too. You know who it is. You probably gonna be like, damn, that's my dog too. But we was in that bitch kicking it, yada yada yada. point is, right before, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to feel like, nah, bro, we need to get out of this bitch. So I tell old girl, like, hey, make sure you got all your shit. We about to roll. She was like, wow. I was like, I don't know. I just got a feeling. Nigga come inside. Hey, bro, somebody getting jumped outside. I was like, yup, let's go. That was it. Bro, we left. I'm getting called by niggas I know that was there. And they was like, hey, bro, did you get out in time? The police showed up. Yada, yada. Like, police was out there looking for people. So allegedly. But yeah, that's one of them times I was like, nah, I need to get the fuck out. Like, run. Ran.
I've left houses that 5 minutes or 10 minutes later, they got raided, shot up, whole 9 yards. So I've been lucky in that aspect of listening to my gut feeling, where even though I can trust the people I showed up with, or myself just being there, like knowing how I am, like my persona, because growing up, because of size and my attitude, nobody really fucked with me that much. So I could
Must
show
be
up,
nice, nigga.
I could show up by myself.
I had to get spoiled for
dolo.
niggas to be like, man, I ain't fucking with ball.
Nah, I used to show up straight dolo and know, all right, my presence alone, I'm good. But the second my gut feeling is like, no, we need to leave, I'm out. And like I said, because there's been plenty of times where it could have been me on that stretcher. It could have been me in handcuffs. And no, I'm good. I'm good. And especially because of where I'm at now in life. Like I said, 3. Not 1. Not 1 on the way. 3.
I'll tell you what, there's 2 things in life niggas cannot eat. Time and bullets.
That part. Amen to that one.
Can't eat those.
Hey, these niggas talking today, boy. God damn, boy. These niggas talking today.
And then even, like, in the bullet aspect, there's plenty of people that have been able to eat bullets, but how many can you eat before it's...
Nah,
it ain't a matter how many.
How many chances,
it ain't a matter how many.
How many chances
if you get hit in the right spot, nigga, you can't eat it.
Like,
and you never know. Just because the last nigga survived don't mean you will.
Like the rapper,
and that's proved itself.
Like the rapper Duck. How many shootouts did he get in before in his rap career and during his rap career where he was hit multiple times and survived?
Have all Chicago in this bit, bro.
But think about it. It's
viewers.
It's an analogy. It's an analogy worth fucking
they made one
utilizing.
Call. Now they in Titusville. Shit
Fuck
changing.
Now you putting us out there.
He said, "Oh damn."
Bleep.
But think about it though. That's an analogy worth utilizing. He was hit multiple times on multiple different instances, and that one time it cost him his life.
Yeah.
You can only.
I just want to say we have no relations to none of this shit. This is a part of Let's Get Ignorant, if you will.
For what? What happened?
Layla coming for mine too, huh?
No, I need to pull the receipt. Shut up.
What's the tea? Girl time these nuts.
That's outrageous.
Hold on. That's my old lady, not yours.
Okay, can we get...
So if y'all having girl time, can I get the pen? Oh, that's fucked up.
Can we finish our show? Jaden?
Back to the broadcast.
Thank you. All right, let's get into this last we is a little bit over an hour and some change.
Nah, for a minute we was fucking around in the beginning. So I think I wanted to say an hour 15 would be like a true hour.
Oh, that's right, because you started early.
I started when you started at.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long that was.
We good.
It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 15 minutes. It could have been 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
tight shit.
Why can't I know?
We could push this to like 1:30.
Yeah.
And it'll probably still end up being a little over an hour.
Tight shit.
At least. And you can still trim off shit, bleep shit out, whatever.
Yeah. Tight shit.
Damn, I want to be able to like segue into this shit good. Anyways, is the voice in your head, do you believe the voice in your head is your voice? No. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because I was talking to myself earlier today. I thought about this shit earlier. Obviously.
Cool.
Shut the fuck up.
Actually, I always heard it's okay to talk to yourself.
As long as you're not answering.
As long as you don't answer.
I do.
I don't answer. I'll sit there and I'll say something. I'll be like, nah, that don't sound right.
You sound like you don't like yourself.
No, I
hate myself.
I have this ongoing.
I don't like me.
This nigga
you can't love nobody unless you love yourself.
Bullshit.
Why? That's a good tap.
That is a great tap.
That is a good one.
Wait.
Fuck the voice in the head.
Wait, I want to do that one too, though.
We'll get to it.
All right, we come back.
So you want to know why I call bullshit on the whole you can't love somebody unless you love yourself thing?
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, like truthfully, I don't believe that anybody can like truly love themselves a whole 100%. Like,
Because you always have insecurities.
Exactly. You can love things about you, but do you really love everything about you? No, it's impossible. That's like saying that you're a perfect person. Nobody's perfect. There's no way. Don't start.
My only rebuttal to this is I have insecurities, but I've came to accept those insecurities and be like, "Nigga, I'm still him. Like, it don't make no difference." And those things used to. I'm trying to tap in.
I know this nigga eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Anyways,
my ears were
those things used to hinder me, like when it came to my self-image. Cause I was like, damn, bro, like in my mind I wasn't perfect. But then I got to the point after high school when I was like alone through COVID and shit, and it was just like me or I want to hang with these motherfuckers or I'm playing the game type shit. I started to get to the point where I was like, nigga, when I was working out heavy, I was like, I love myself. There wasn't a thing that I didn't like, but I realized I'm still me. I'm still the same motherfucker I was 4 or 5, 10 years ago. It don't make no difference. I'm still the same person. And after that, it was like, nigga, I gained weight after that and I was cool with it. And that's what made me realize, like, even deeper that I'm like, I love myself. It's not that I pick apart and there's certain things I don't love, bro. Even those things are accepted. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me shit about me that I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, past, so be it. Layla bring up my past sometimes jokingly. Okay, so what? She bring up her past. That shit don't bother me either, because nigga, kind of vulgar, but I'm in that shit now. Like, it don't make no difference.
The way I see it is like, I don't think that you have to be able to love yourself as a whole or accept yourself as a whole in order to love somebody else. It's more so along the lines of, can you really accept that person for who they are and how they are and be able to truly love them for that?
Okay,
Same
but
thing
let
for you.
Let me ask you this.
No,
Let me
but
ask you this. If
but,
they have a flaw
like,
about them that you don't like about yourself, will that make you cross them out?
If they have a flaw,
like if they have something, if there's something that you hate about yourself, but they have that same thing, like they do that same thing, or they just have that same insecurity, is that something like y'all are gonna constantly bash heads on?
I mean, it depends. It all depends on the person.
Because one thing I've found is like,
whoa, I'm confused. Why would? Maybe I should let you explain. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. I fucked you up. That's me. I was just.
I want to hear what you was gonna say.
What would the insecurity? If I'm insecure about something and they have that insecurity, why would that create a dislike for that person?
Because you know, that person can be very toxic in regards to that insecurity.
What's the insecurity?
It can be anything.
Then no, that don't make sense. Because when you have, I don't know, because I know there's a difference like between sympathy and empathy. I forget the exact difference, but when I have more sympathy or empathy for that person because I battle the same struggle, wouldn't that bring y'all closer?
It depends on the person.
Yeah, and it also depends on the two of y'all's understanding on that insecurity.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you accept it, bro, and this was something I've learned around that same time. I've said it since then. AUA, analyze, understand, accept that shit. If you can analyze it, like, and understand what it is, that's those first 2 steps out of the way off rip. And then accept it for what it is. It makes it way easier to get past it, in a sense. Like, it kind of like knocks that barricade down a little bit where you can step over it. It's still something to get over. It's not going to be easy, but if you can, for those people that can have the sympathy and empathy for somebody because they understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
Versus somebody that's like, I hate this about myself. Like, somebody that really doesn't love themselves. In my opinion, not loving yourself is like, I hate myself. Complete opposite, right? So if they hate it about themselves and they see it on somebody else, they're going to reflect and be like acne per se, and be like, oh, you got a pizza face too. They're going to use what they have against them as well. See what I'm saying? Which creates that toxic environment.
Okay. I feel you now. I just need an example. Yeah, I guess mentally I just don't operate like that. Like, if
a lot of people don't, which is a great thing.
Do niggas do that?
Yes, a lot of people.
If I got an insecurity about myself, and then I see you have that same, I'm gonna throw that shit on you.
Think back.
That's outrageous.
Think back. When they in school, when they used to talk about bullies, how do they talk about them? The kids that are going through it at home are typically the ones that are at school putting other kids through the same type of trauma, getting beat, getting picked on, getting
Something
shit
that
took
mom
from them.
and grandma, mom used to say, and grandma still says to this day: misery loves company.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not saying misery. I don't know. When you say insecurity, I'm just thinking about like just shit that fucks with you personally.
Think about acne.
From
I
you,
feel like acne
from
is a
you.
good one because that's like face front.
Yeah, but how
Yeah.
the fuck? I don't know. I've just always been a nigga like, how I'm gonna talk about your shit and my shit stink too? Like that's
Right.
outrageous.
But not
I
everybody operate like
I
that.
see that
Exactly.
now. Y'all got a point because y'all right. Niggas do act like that, but that's
Yep.
outrageous. Yeah, I
And
would never.
Don't worry. We ain't just specifically talking about dudes. Like females do the same
Yeah,
shit.
bro. Females,
Arguably, they may be
real,
worse. They
yeah.
say they're worse.
This is real ignorant, but I agree. I feel like
They say
females
I don't
are.
know.
I feel like females are a little bit more tougher because they're more like how they say men are logical thinkers and females are like emotional thinkers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They are thinking a pick at your fucking like.
Yeah.
They going deep. Like they not only gonna call out your fucking acne, they gonna call out your fucking toenails being chipped off.
They're gonna
all
call out
kinds of
any
shit,
insecurity that they know or could even think of, even if it's
Yeah.
not an insecurity of yours. They're
Yeah.
gonna bring that shit up and just throw it in your face.
Yeah.
Now, especially if it's in a group setting, now everybody's gonna offer it, believe
And
that,
no
"Oh, that's an
disrespect to no
insecurity of
women.
yours."
No disrespect to no women. I respect all women, and this is not me pointing fingers at anybody. This is me saying that in theory, because of the way
Women
statistically women think versus
yeah.
how men think, a part of let's get ignorant for a reason.
Yeah.
Just want to clear that up.
Damn. Yeah, that fucked me up because I was going somewhere with that and I totally forgot it because you fucked me up with that next one.
But shit, to answer your initial question, no.
What was my initial
Yeah,
question?
I don't even
If the
remember
voice
that
in
bit.
your head is really if it's really yours or if it's you, I don't believe that.
Mm.
Because yeah, you talk to yourself through your self-conscious.
This was my flip to the question, because when I was thinking, I was like, damn, is this my voice or is it how I perceive myself to sound, or is it how I want myself to sound? Because the mind is a very powerful place.
Mm-hmm.
So if I really think something, like if I want to sound like Jim Carrey in my head, I can sound like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I can in my head look like Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's really what my voice can or does sound like at the time, or if it's just shit I'm hearing.
I low-key feel like it's more of a spiritual thing in regards to the whole voice in your head deal. Because like more often than not, the voice in my head is mom telling me not to do something, or I should do this a certain way. That way
I feel like I could
there isn't
distinct
a
them
certain
too.
outcome. See, me, no, because it's more often than not, like the voice in my head is giving me a heads up.
So
And I don't see
I
that
had
as
this
myself
question-
giving myself a heads up.
I had this question that I asked just a couple people before. I think I asked you this. Do you operate in a blank mind space?
Meaning?
Like when you're like your day to day, is it like you just function based off of routine and like whatever task you're given? Or do you function based off of your thoughts and how you are processing like how to do the next thing? And not when I say that, I mean your routine can still be a part of it, but I'm saying like you are consciously talking to yourself like, okay,
Yeah.
if I do this, I could be more efficiently by doing this to cut the time.
Is
just so I
there
love
is
it.
there a dialogue to your actions or are you just acting?
That was a great way to put it.
I'd probably say for me personally, I'm just acting because I have a very tunnel vision mindset. So I don't hear no voice. Like I just get up and do.
Mm.
And when I do, I'm focused on doing exactly what I was meant to do or intention to do. There's no voice in my head like, oh, should we be doing this, or how can we do this easier? It's kind of like how would I put it? Like a muscle memory thing.
You said you're like that too, right?
I was for a minute, but the reason I asked that is because I was very used to, prior to this, I was very used to operating in a dialogue like lifestyle where I was constantly subconsciously thinking, even while I was doing, like it was two tasks going on at once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got to that point where I was working, where I was like, bro, I'm in an empty mind space, it became odd. That's why I brought up the question. Because to me, that shit is not normal. Like I was literally at work realizing like, bro, I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm literally doing because I was given the task. It's not because like, oh, what's next? I'm not talking to myself in that aspect anymore either. I'm literally like, I know what it is. It's routine at this point. And if I'm given another task, I'm just going to do it. Like I felt like a robot. And that's why I was like, damn, bro, that's not who I am. Because I was so used to constantly like everything at Dunkin', like all the little fast food jobs. I was in there thinking the whole time I was working. I was just doing shit like routine, but I'm still thinking about like, what can I do to better my life? What can I make my next step? How can I utilize what I got right now to help me get to my next step? At Sims, I was not doing that shit. I was just working. And that shit got so odd. I was like, I realized what the fuck was going on.
Which one do y'all think is like? There can't be a right or wrong to it, right?
Because I feel like it's just two different mind states you could be in.
Yeah,
Because I definitely
really
all my
right
life I've operated in a dialogue state. Like even now, as y'all talking, like
I
there's
feel-
inner dialogue going on as I'm listening to y'all.
Yeah. My perspective on it is that dialogue state is your creative side. That's when your mind's going and thinking of other things. Like you're multitasking multiple thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not only thinking about one thing. You're thinking like, okay, if I do this, but I could also do this. But like, I know how to do this, so maybe I can do this. Shit like that. Versus in that blank mind state, that's like a working mind state. That's like a nose to the ground. I'm getting this shit done.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the difference in those.
I don't know, because even then, bro, even like head down, like I'm thinking like a motherfucker. Honestly, if I was to,
maybe it's like an institutionalized thing.
If I was to effectively explain it, if I'm ever in that mode where like I'm just working, it's usually like back behind some type of like frustration. So in that moment, those thoughts are like, yeah, I'm about to show these motherfuckers or some shit like that. But it's like it's a constant, like, nah, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? It's something like that. So I don't think I've ever operated in a space with just nothing.
Nah, bro, that shit was uncomfortable for me. Like I like the aspect of freedom, like being able to freelance and make my dream become reality. I really believe that's a possible, like it's an acquirable thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where I feel trapped. And I got on my little kick where I was like, nah, fuck it. The whole institution, all that institutionalization shit, I still believe that. There's nothing in me that has changed and made me comfortable with being a fucking worker. I don't feel like humans were made to work. I feel like we're here to live and experience. Working is a part of it. Don't get me wrong. I understand we have to do that to live, for sure. But if you have a passion and your whole life you're told to follow it, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can work, but like at least follow what the fuck you love. Because if you don't, you just constantly fucking. The best metaphor I could use, you constantly pushing past twigs and shit that's in your way, but you got a clear path that you could take, and all you got to do is fucking get over the obstacles in the way. There's gonna be fucking parts where you can sprint right through that shit, and it's just go go go. You just getting this shit right now, and then there's gonna be shit that's like, all right, I gotta figure this out for sure. That's what life is. I just don't understand why you have to do that shit at work for somebody else to make all the money and give you crumbs to the fucking loaf.
Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I shit on company time.
I heard somebody told me the story that like, I'm not even gonna explain the whole story. It'd take me too fucking long. Y'all can tell. Pretty much, you work all this time and you make one small achievement, whether that's getting a house, getting a new truck, whatever. Boss talks to you, is like, you know what, you keep working like that, next year I'll be able to get that new Ferrari. That's all it is. Nigga, you work your ass off to get the minimal shit. And the nigga that owns who you working for is buying new cars every year.
Like when we were working at Joya and Jay.
Niggas was pulling up in 2022 2500 fucking Cummins. Nigga,
like when Jay bought
at
his
the
Hellcat?
time, they're $100,000 trucks. What?
I said, remember when Jay bought his Hellcat?
What? No, it was a Scat.
Oh yeah, it was a Scat.
He bought a Scat.
Brand new one too.
Right after he got the truck.
Yup.
And it's like, nigga, you rubbing this shit in everybody's face. There was niggas there driving hoopties.
Yup. Straight beaters.
Not sure what the fuck name brand is on this bitch.
Yeah. Just being devil's advocate though. Like them motherfuckers had to probably go through the same shit prior. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it feels as if most of the time they go through what we going through now, right?
But
And
some
so
people
at
don't
the
have
end
to.
of the road, they're able to reap those benefits of what they created.
Okay, but how many people you see working at a company?
What you mean?
How many people you see working at a company?
I mean, everybody works at a company, some company.
Okay, when you go into McDonald's, there's at least 10 people working.
Okay.
One person's the manager.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
One person owns the store.
Okay.
There's 2 people in a higher position.
Okay.
And there's 10 people. So let's call it 1 to every 10 is, or 1 to every 5, right?
Okay.
Is somebody in a higher position. That means 80% of the population never gets to see that money.
Okay. Who fault that is?
Nigga, if I'm working as hard as you, but you get the job, what does that say? That means nothing. That means we both worked for one thing and only one of us got it. That's what I'm saying is everybody
I see where
everybody deserves a fucking chance, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody gets the opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
20% in theory is the amount, let's get ignorant, is the amount that makes it to higher positions and sees, let's call it above 6 figures.
Okay.
Nigga, you need 6 figures to live alone. That means 2 people in most households is making 50 grand apiece. That is not shit.
No, it's not.
Compared to the fucking 1% that makes millions to our fucking hour.
Where we getting though?
Everybody, shit, if you got a if there's a will, there's a way. If you got a passion you can follow and capitalize off that shit, do it. That's what I'm saying. You had, bitch, you.
But I'm saying,
I don't know how we got this far.
What that got to do with what you just said?
I don't know how we got to that conversation.
I feel like what he's getting at is just the fact that, kind of like circling back to what he said, like, you're gonna bust your ass to only make.
Oh, what I was saying was working for other people, working for a big corporation.
Yeah, like you're gonna kill yourself in a sense to get the simplest thing. Meanwhile, you killing yourself so somebody else can reap the benefit of what you killing yourself over, and they get to splurge on that.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you're over here just living paycheck to paycheck,
and you're not following your passion.
Do you want more?
Not following the passion.
Huh? Do you want more?
Do I want more what?
In life, do you want more?
Yeah.
Do you want more?
Obviously.
Okay,
I got
so
kids to look after.
So if we're not, so the current situation you are in now, the way you feel now, is it fair to say that is a big part of what motivates you to want more?
Yeah.
Fuck is we talking about? So you can want more, I can want more, you can want more, right? How the fuck would you ever appreciate or even feel some type of way towards them people that are in higher positions? And
let me see if mine finally died.
And at some point we could say like there's an envy. So we're not gonna say jealous because that's a negative connotation, but you're envious to their position. Yeah. That being said, if you never crawled, nigga, how the fuck could you want to walk?
Yeah, they know that.
What?
Nah, you talking about the vape, but I heard you. How the fuck could you want to walk? I hear you.
If you never if you never seen a nigga walk while you was crawling, nigga, you would never know that you can walk.
For sure, but that's why I don't want to be institutionalized and work day to day, like as one of the. I don't want to be a part of that 80%.
But you want to be part of the 20% that needs the 80%.
Yeah,
nigga, choose one.
That's what I'm choosing. That's what I've been saying.
Okay, so we can't complain about the 80.
Nah, I just feel bad for him.
You feel bad for us because we still the 80.
Yeah,
we still the 80.
But I'm making my way out. Don't worry about that.
And that's all that matters, bro.
But another thing is, like, if I get to the point where I am a major corporation, I want to be able to give people opportunities. I don't want it to be. That was crazy.
Right.
Thank you. I don't want people to be stuck in a situation like I got to break it down the numbers. Niggas working almost 4,000 hours a year to make a little over 100 grand. Pretty crazy when you think about it, because the people white collar in those same fucking fields are pushing millions of dollars a year, and they sitting in
working maybe a quarter of the time.
They know something y'all don't. We don't.
No,
They know
but
something we
no,
don't.
you also
some of
gotta
these jobs,
understand.
these people get the position. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
was
just
about
like,
to say, you really have to understand that. There's
that's
a
where
lot
the
of
80-20 is.
aspects where, yeah, they get that, and we feel, or we're made to believe, like, oh, you put in the work for it, or you got this opportunity to know what you know to put yourself in that position. A lot of people don't do that. They, out of word of mouth, because of who they family know or who their friends know,
Yeah.
they get just put in these predicaments where they're reaping all the benefit and never had to put in any of the work.
And what's wrong?
What do you mean what's wrong?
If you had that same opportunity, would you not take it as well?
No, but that's what he's basically getting at, is the fact that not a lot of people get that opportunity. They have to kill themselves to possibly see the opportunity of being able to reap the benefits rather than having to kill themselves just to see a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I understand,
You understand
that life.
what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. Just like we know that life ain't fair.
Yeah, obviously. everybody should
Especially
know
me
life ain't
looking
fair.
at y'all. You know what I'm saying? I tell them all the time, like, bro, like what you've been through up until this point, like that's outrageous. You know what I'm saying? I can't fathom that.
Mhm,
Shit's not fair.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not fair that I like. Granted, my parents' situation is different, but like they're there. You know what I'm saying? I have them. Like that's.
Yeah,
It's nothing fair about that shit, bro. Y'all ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
we were just born, and that was something that we didn't even ask for.
That's
hey,
you know.
it's you. I play the cards I'm dealt. That's all I can say. I
That's all we can keep
Facts.
doing.
yeah.
Facts.
In all reality, when I look back on all that shit, and I tell you this, it's not that I don't give a fuck. It's that it's not gonna. That shit is not gonna. I'm not gonna let it hinder me.
Yeah, because if you sit there
Nigga,
dwelling on it,
You
just gonna
only
be stuck
wasting
forever.
time.
Yeah, no
Exactly.
shit changed.
Nigga, tomorrow, like, you cannot eat time, my nigga. That
No.
shit do not work.
And it's funny
It is
too,
an
because when you
inanimate
think about
object.
it, when you think about it, when we were younger, how long did it take for a school year to go?
180 days.
No, but it felt like forever, right?
Yeah.
Now a year go like that.
What? Nigga, I just got out of high school.
We out of school, and it's a whole change where you really get to understand that time is valuable.
Nigga, I'm still on spring break. For real.
Shout out to the boy Trey.
What?
Damn, we never
Shout out to the
addressed.
COVID kids.
We never addressed that the man's not here today, man.
Well,
Punk
I
ass.
mean, they could tell.
No, but he
Nah,
had
he
a
had-
graduation situation
yeah.
today. You know, he was supporting his peoples, and yeah,
Yeah.
and we're only
That's what
we
we
don't
live for.
we don't like doing it without him, but ultimately we want to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
feel like we got something going here, and you know, fuck it, let's just keep it
Yeah.
rolling. So shout outs to Trizzy.
But here's my question now, right? You said, because I can understand it probably more often than a lot of people. You in a mindset at work, right? You feeling that at that stuck point, you're feeling just empty. How hard is it for you to deal with that when you get home and transition out of that mindset?
That I can decompress fine. It's just I don't like being.
I like
in that
this
state.
nigga asking us questions and shit.
I wanna
Yeah, it's
know.
nice. Nah, I can decompress fine. Like when I get home from work, I can. Some Coach Don taught me, and I value this a lot. I leave my personal life at the gate when I get to work,
Mm-hmm.
and I leave work at the gate when I'm on the way home.
Mm.
I separate those. I do not like to. I'll come home and tell Layla about my day and tell her everything that went on and like talk about work, but I'm not bringing that stress, carrying it on my shoulders when I get in. Like when I break the threshold of that house, that shit is off me. Even if I have a bad day, like I'll tell her I have a bad day or I had a bad day, and like obviously I'm being in a little mood about it, but I'm not gonna let that shit affect my life with her. Like I'll be in a mood, but like just let me get some food and a shower and I'm straight. I'm good. I ain't gonna trip about that shit all night. Hell nah. Cause that shit at the end of the day, them motherfuckers all they do is give you some money. Them niggas is not in your house. They's not dealing with your life day-to-day fucking issues. They don't give a fuck about them. All they care about is you doing a service for them so they can keep their business rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas is not here with you. They is not helping you fucking put food on the table, not helping you cook, not helping you clean. Nigga, if something go wrong, you gotta figure that shit out. They don't give a fuck. They only give you some bread. And it's, honestly, they only give you what they think you worth. They don't pay you based off of how well you work. They pay you based off of what they think you're worth.
You asked him how do you this nigga on his phone?
Oh, I can multitask like a motherfucker.
No, that's disrespectful.
Oops. I'm on the phone with my lady.
Did she leave?
No, she in the living room.
You could have said 1 second. We'd have gave you the second.
No.
My nigga pouring his heart out.
I'm listening.
No,
you gotta
it's
know.
fucked
Hold on.
up.
But you gotta understand.
Fucked up.
Fuck you.
I was gonna ask you the question in return. I don't even care no more.
Hey,
fuck
then
all
you don't
that.
care.
You know
Well,
what?
and I want to know what the question was.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask him the same question. I was like, how does he do it? Because now he got like
I just remember my shit.
youngest and shit. That's called
what?
karma.
How I decompress or how I transition?
Yeah.
Honestly, like y'all don't have kids yet, so you wouldn't necessarily be able to understand it. But like once you do have kids, it's kind of harder in a sense. Because like I can understand the whole leaving your personal life at the gate before you get in, and leaving work life at the gate when you leave. There's a certain point in time once you have kids, it's like that shit don't even matter no more. It's just all one thing. Work life, home life.
I was gonna ask, they intertwine.
It's just one thing, and they intertwine with themselves. And then you find yourself at work stressing about home shit when you should be focused on work.
No, that's valid.
And you be at home stressing about work shit.
That's valid. To think about home while you at work is valid. My only thing is, as long as you're not thinking about work while you're at home. Because I feel like when you at that point, now you are allowing your work life to flood over into your personal life.
But even then, that it works the same way when you allow your home life to flood into your work life, and then now you aren't performing at your best.
No, if shit's that serious, bro, like family over fucking work.
Oh, of course.
110%. If shit is that serious, thing, I'm thinking about fucking home. I'm not. I've told them niggas I don't give a fuck. When grandma was in the hospital, and they was like, "Are you coming to work tomorrow?" I said, "No, I will be here until my grandma's out of the hospital. I do not care." And they was like, "All right, we respect that, bitch." And my personal opinion, you have no choice but to.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Because if you was to say no, you have to come to work, bitch, I would turn my shit in.
Yeah,
you have to fire me because I already quit.
That part.
Hell no, family over fucking work. If shit is not straight at the house, it is 110% valid for it to be on your mind at work because that shit is way more important. I tell you what, my boss ain't rubbing my fucking back.
He ain't cooking for me.
What?
He ain't sitting over here making sure I'm straight.
What?
When I'm in my mind.
What? I ain't no fruit, but I ain't gonna say no crazy shit. I was gonna say his wife ain't giving me no pussy, so nigga, that shit it don't work like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't fruit at all.
Nah, because I was gonna say that nigga ain't giving me no pussy, and I was like, nah, I gotta say his wife. But now I was like, then Lil gonna be pressed. Sorry, baby.
You already said it.
That's what I said. Sorry.
Do I need to edit this?
Nah, sorry. I'll tell her right after.
Okay. Honestly, I actually want to segue, and this probably be the last thing. We'll sum it up here.
Yeah.
Honestly, y'all go through shit I can't understand, and I was thinking about this not too long ago. Like the idea of understanding what people go through, like, and this comes from a person. Like most of the time, I always felt like I understood when somebody was explaining some shit.
Yeah.
And then I happened to be on the other side. So, for instance, I was talking to a coworker one day. He was talking about siblings and shit. And he was like he had cut his sibling off if like he stole money from him or some shit like that. And I was thinking to myself, like my brother can do a bunch of shit, but like cut him off completely, like nah. Like I'd be hot for a while. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. Probably say some shit I really don't mean. Yada yada yada. But like cut the nigga off is crazy. And he was like, nah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, you're an only child, bro. Like you don't understand. And you can't understand. And then I had an epiphany myself, like, that's when niggas be mean. And like when I be trying to say, like, no, I get what you're saying. Like, no, nigga, you don't get what they saying. It's like another fucking like emotional, psychological,
attachment.
Maybe even physical. Yeah, like it's another layer there that you're never going to be able to comprehend unless you experience that shit yourself.
I tell you what, and to back up what you saying, we done been through some shit that I wasn't sure if we were gonna talk again, but then
because what we didn't talk for a solid 2 damn near 3 years.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like when all the dust settles and like this is something you put me on to. Take yourself outside of that fucking box. Take yourself outside of the whole entire situation. Look at it from the outside in. See the whole picture. When that dust settles, y'all are the same motherfuckers y'all was when it comes to siblings, when it comes to best friends, from when y'all met to where y'all is now. Not a damn thing changed. You would have to go through some real fucked up psychological shit for somebody to say you changed. And I've seen niggas go through some fucked up psychological shit and be the same person. So, like, regardless, there's bonds set between people. We done been in situations together fighting for each other, literally, to make sure we could walk our ass back home. Regardless of the whatever fucking level of fight that we get into, I don't think nothing breaking that at the end of the day. And even with, like, for people that don't have really, like, traumatizing or, like, super traumatizing, like, obviously the more traumatizing it was, you get trauma bonded. So we got situations like that. But even people that don't have trauma bonds and just have, like when you watch anime, there's people that probably ain't gonna agree with this. But when you watch anime and you see those ideal fucking, like, siblings that grew up and had, like, a regular ass childhood, and then they 9 times out of 10 something fucked up happens, they both end up having to, like, literally fight for the better of both of them. But before that, they had a regular ass childhood and a genuine bond. Like, there's different types of bonds that you just can't break. Like, no matter how deep it is. Some people are real fucking stubborn and they won't let it go. But at the end of the day, like, I think we talked about it last week about love.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you really love somebody, like, that shit never gonna leave.
Yeah.
Y'all could not talk. One of y'all could die. And at the end of the day, whether you didn't like them or not, you still got a feeling like, damn, bro, like, that was my dog, that was my girl, that was my fucking best friend. Regardless, that shit don't matter. That shit is gonna be there.
I can understand that, but then I also understand it from my perspective, like in Dan and I's situation. Like,
you talking about your daddy? That, bro, you
don't-
keep saying Dan. I'm like, who the fuck is Dan?
He either gets called Dan or sperm donor. I will not call him my father.
All right,
not dad, none of that shit.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Skylar better than me. I give him that.
I just accepted everything for what it was, and I was like, honestly, bro, like, at the end of the day, what really made me just drop all that shit and just accept it that night, that we talked about, when I walked through the hallway and I'd seen his fucking presence as a shadow and walked through and got cold, and then just dropped down on my knees and started praying and then just forgave him for everything. It was because, bro, at the end of the day, like, there was a time I didn't value life. I didn't give a fuck. Like, people die, so be it.
So there was a point where I was looking for that shit.
Death?
Death?
I don't speak on mine. Mine's low.
Nah, cause, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, because of that mindset I was put in, because of the situations, like he said, when we were fighting for each other, there was plenty of times where I'm fighting for whether it's him or for the both of us against our own fucking dad.
Our own people.
And it's a fucked up position to be in when you have to sit here and really, like, separate yourself from the love you may have for this person and understand, like, how toxic that relationship is.
The person they really is.
And for the fact of who they really are as a person. And, like, the shit that him and I went through, nah.
But this brings me back to my point. At that time, I just accepted, like, what it was and wasn't. Like, yes, you're the reason I have life. You were never ready to be a dad.
No.
As blunt as it is, he was never ready to be a dad. He never matured to that point where he could actually step in and be a father.
No.
So we missed out on that. But without that, and without mom being as strong as she was, we would never appreciate the people we have the way we do. If you really think about it, grandma, both our aunties, and our mom all had to be a single mother. Strong as fuck for the fact that they had all boys except for one granddaughter out of all of us.
To be completely honest, only mom and grandma had to do it because they had to, or did it because they had to. Our aunts, they did that shit out of choice.
I don't speak on this situation. I'm just saying, like, in greater perspective, regardless of their choice or not, they had to do it. And even if they could have had somebody to help, the fact that they didn't and still produced well level-headed beings.
In a sense.
I give all our family grace. We're all a little fucking crazy. All of us.
Oh,
None
yeah,
of us
trust
are.
to believe. We are all certified nutcases.
Nobody except for grandma in my eyes is like the ideal person. Not even myself. I don't think I'm ideal in any way, shape, or form. But grandma, she's just like grandma as she is, bro. Ideal. Like she is the perfect person to just be around, to idolize in my perspective. And next up to that would be mom, only because of the person she had to be. And that's what I'm saying. Like
especially for the shit that she was being put through while being that
but that's
person.
what I'm saying. Like we got to see a different perspective of a situation that could have been different. Regardless, at the end of the day, we could have been on like some whole nother crazy shit. If mom never left fucking New York and we turned out to be two dark-skinned kids that just so happened to grow up in a bad hood, who knows what our life could have been? We really could have never made it to 18.
I ain't gonna lie. We getting lengthy here. All right.
Yeah, we is.
We getting lengthy here.
And I gotta go home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's getting late.
Well, I'm gonna close it out, man. Yeah. All that being said, for starters, don't know if y'all need to hear it, but y'all some good men, bro. You know what I'm saying? After, I just kind of took the back seat because that was like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all kind of wanted to say that shit and just like listen to all that shit, bro. Like,
when you think about it, at a certain age or at a certain mindset, you just gotta talk. You honestly just gotta talk. Get shit off your chest, whether it's something to do with somebody in particular, or just a certain instance or mindset, whatever you want to call it.
Know when to say it though, because some people you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, facts. You gotta pick and choose your battles and really know when to open your mouth about certain stuff and when not to, because
some people just ain't ready to hear it.
Not only
sad
that,
as it is, not everybody needs the truth.
Not everybody needs to, like you said, not everybody needs to know the truth. Not everybody needs to know that certain in or out of your mindset, because that goes right back to the whole trusting people but not trusting the devil inside them. You never know when they're going to utilize that information that you said to them in confidence, thinking that, oh, you got my back, I can trust you knowing this, and then like that's being thrown in your face by that exact person you just got done telling because they wanted to all of a sudden flip the script on you. So there's a time and place for everything. You got to pick your battles and really know who you're talking to when you want to open up about certain shit, because at any point in time, that can be ammo for somebody else.
Facts.
All right, that being said, I need to close this out.
Let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah, man. I think mom, never met her, but y'all speak about her highly. I think mom and I know grandma definitely proud of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And hey man, it's been another episode. Oh no, fuck all that. Thank you. Because I gotta get better at this. I want to say, can we get my master joints again? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for pulling up. Well, you're already here because I heard getting free labor from people, but we ain't gonna speak on that.
Well, it's like an exchange thing, if you ask me.
You don't say it like that. You make it sound weird, but yeah.
Not really.
All right.
I don't know what she getting out of this.
No, it's what y'all end up getting out of it. It's not what she has to get personally. Because like I said, I still like my second time over here, I broke something here unintentionally. And I'm not one of the people that come to your house trying to fuck shit up. And I still feel bad about that. So it's like now I'm like, I already explained this to you, but like I work with metal. I'm learning how to do certain things with that said metal, like weld it together and make things out of it. And like, I was here the second time I was here, I broke a flower pot completely on accident. It wasn't nothing intentional. It was just because I was wrestling with AJ's punk ass and tensions got a little heated. Something broke. And because I feel bad about that, I feel like I need to replace that. And it's like, it just so happened to work out where I'm able to replace it and also like get some in return for going out of my way to replace it. If you want to take it that way, in a sense, like Layla did my hair. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for the fullest, especially with you being out with it, because you could have had a whole different mindset.
Nah, at first I was like, hell no. Why can't Emma do his hair? Do his hair. And she told me like Emma got carpal tunnel and all that, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
That shit ain't that deep to me, but it was like, anybody girl can do their hair.
Yeah, and like
In
when
all
you think about
reality.
it, it's like scratch my back, I scratch yours type deal. She's able to help me out and get me right with my hair. I'm able to fix my wrong. It works out.
Yeah.
We all helping each other in some type of way.
Yeah. And then we got you right here. So
Facts.
yeah. And this I
Double
feel like this,
whammy.
yeah, it's a good episode. I'm happy with this one.
Yeah.
So
hey man, let's wrap it up. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for watching.
no, not that part.
What?
You do Trey part.
You put it like that, it's out this bitch.
Yeah, but
You're supposed to get all your like and subscribe shit off first. We talked about this earlier.
Damn, we did say that.
Come on, man. Remember your lines.
Remember your lines.
Remember
Yeah,
the
man.
lines.
Hey, man. For y'all motherfuckers that think we playing, we're not playing. All right. I don't care how you feel about the shit right now. I'm letting you know we're only gonna get better, right?
Big
so
facts.
if you hating on us, you think we corny right now, please do. And dislike it. I want the interaction.
Yeah.
Cause
Let us know in the comments if we doing
Yes,
bad, bro.
please.
Call us
We are
out.
very open to constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
You could just be hating. I love the interaction. You still gonna help the numbers.
You might
my
make
boy.
us laugh.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's always a plus.
And your
man. I ain't
dislike is
arguing
gonna
with
become a like very soon. Trust me.
it. Hey.
That being said, please like, please subscribe.
Yeah.
If you see some of the extra shit that be on TikTok, IG, maybe on Twitter, that shit, YouTube Shorts, interact with that shit too, please.
Facts.
We need all that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? By the end of summer, we trying to be good. By the end of the year, we gonna be going crazy.
Come on now.
Facts, because show these men some love for real, because y'all been talking about this shit for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. This is a
And
long
to really
time
like be
coming.
able to see it unfolding is kind of crazy.
Yeah, talk
It's
about
like a lot of people like only come up with certain ideas, and then it's like, oh, from an outsider's perspective, certain people be like, oh, it's just a pipe dream. It'll never get off the ground. Y'all never end up actually trying it or doing it and succeeding.
Yeah.
So on
At
and
least
so
we
forth.
putting our foot in that water, boy.
I am proud of y'all for real.
I appreciate
man.
that.
I am proud of y'all.
And I want to speak out for you motherfuckers that just be popping up with podcasts or be judging us because we got a podcast and everybody doing podcasts. I want y'all to know this is not like some shit we just started doing. Like, no, like we actively been thinking about this
Nigga,
shit for a long time.
This shit has been since the garage.
I was
Y'all don't know
to say,
about the
these young
garage.
men have really been manifesting this idea for years. We've sat in the garage how many times? Y'all, you
In high
Pops,
school.
and Trey
In
would
high
spend
school.
countless hours in the garage, and I'd come out to smoke with y'all, or I'm already out there smoking. Y'all come join me, and I'm just listening to the idea. I'm like, y'all can get somewhere with this, but like, how much persistence are y'all gonna have with it? How are we
It
just
took some
talking,
time.
or are we really like manifesting? And like I said, I'm proud of y'all for really putting in the work to be where y'all at now and really be doing what you have always talked about doing. So a lot of people, like I said, they just come up with ideas and it never reaches anything farther than an
fruition.
idea. Exactly.
They
Y'all
forget about
really-
that shit. They dump it off in the bucket somewhere and walk off.
And y'all niggas really went ahead and put forth that effort, and y'all been putting in the man hours to make sure that it wasn't just an idea. It's actually something you're doing. And yeah.
You're doing it too, man.
Shit.
You're doing it too.
I'll make a guest appearance here and there. I was contemplating this one low key, I ain't gonna lie.
No, this shit was fun. It was cool.
It was a nice-
It was a nice conversation. But
Yeah.
like, that also brings me back to the whole opening up thing. Sometimes you just gotta talk.
Yeah.
You never know who you're gonna talk with that's gonna open your mind a certain way to certain questions you may have, or just certain things that have popped up in your head at certain points. Because like I said, I'm older than y'all. I got kids now. I got a very different perspective on life. I got different ideas. I got different knowledge to put forth that I am not looking to hold on to for the rest of my life. If I can put it over onto somebody else and they reap the
It's
benefit
valuable.
of the intelligence that I've put in the work to understand and manifest into myself, by all means, I'm more than willing to share it.
Yeah, that shit valuable, bro.
Yeah,
Spoken like a true old head, man.
What?
for real. For real.
Hey man, that being said, man, please subscribe and
Yeah. Well, hold on. If there's a will, there's a way.
oh,
And
my
if
bad.
there's a passion, there's a path. And when you put it like that, we out this bitch.
no,
Why?
no,
Nigga always.
now we gotta redo it.
Why?
All right, we from the top, and this shit staying in. and
Yeah, this shit staying in.
Hey man,
You want me to say my whole spiel too?
yeah.
All right.
Hey man, don't hit the button until after my shit though. All right. So,
Nigga, rewind it?
Yeah. Hey man, so that being said, please like and subscribe. And
Yeah, man. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a passion, there's a path. When you put it like that, man, we out this bitch.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Come on.